it's MattyFBaby, and I'm here with my Rainbow Cup tournament recap. And you might be like, Matty, where the crap are you? Well, I'm at a heckin' airport. That's right, this is the first ever tournament recap done live inside of an airport. You don't believe me? Boom. Look at that. You see that? Yeah, you're looking at it. That's an airplane. Yeah, I'm at an airport. All right, so we did our Rainbow Cup. We did all right. We did it in the APL tournament in Arizona, Phoenix, where you at? Okay, yeah, but let's go get into it. I'll show you my team. Well, I'll tell you about my team. I was running Execute and Ivysaur. Little confusion user from the Execute. And then I was running Azumarill and Quagsire. And then I was running Fortress and Ninetales. So yeah, let's just go get looking at these matches. It was 5 rounds, and let's go see how I did. Go look at the little senior in Arizona real quick though. It's real quick. You can wait like 30 seconds. If not, just fast forward it to right here, I guess. You're impatient. Alright, so here we go. It's round 1 of my Rainbow Cup, and I'm playing someone that has never done a tournament before and isn't a huge PvP fan or person. He's probably a bigger fan now. He had fun. But anyways, we have a great lead for us. It is our boy Execute versus Quagsire. You can see this person is still a rookie to PvP. He has Water Gun on his Quagsire. Does not have Mud Shot, so he's not going to get to those charge moves as fast as he would otherwise. But since he's hit us with the Acid Spray, he almost took down our Execute, and we decided to bail out of there real quick and let our Azumarill go ahead and take a little bit of Acid Spray too. But that's okay, because he's got both his shields down now, and we have an Ice Beam ready to go for this Ivysaur that comes in. So we're going to be able to get to a second Ice Beam and dispel the Ivysaur before he gets off the charge move. And then next comes in a Lantern, who takes us down with this Water Gun. Since we still have one shield, we decide to bring in our boy Quagsire. We can use the shield on a Hydro Pump or Thunderbolt, and it is a Thunderbolt, and then go finish with an Earthquake. And real quick, sorry, I ended up not using all the footage I filmed in the airport because I didn't have my mic plugged in. That's why the intro sounded so bad. Anyways, bad lead for us. He uses Fortress on our Execute. We are 2 times weak to bug attacks, so we get out of there with our Execute. We don't really have a great Fortress Slayer, a Fire type, on this line of 3 that we're running, so we bring in our Quagsire. Just like before, our opponent has elected to use both of his shields on his first Pokemon, which is good for us. We don't think this Earthquake will down him, and it doesn't, but it gets him so close that one more Mud Shot is able to down him. So there we go. We have gotten our biggest threat for the rest of our squad out of there. If he does have a Charizard, thankfully he won't have any shields left, so we'll be able to down it with an Ancient Power from our egg. But we bring in the Ivysaur on the Lantern. Ivysaur will be able to take any hit that Lantern throws at him. And then after we down the Lantern, he brings in a Quagsire, who we're able to mop up with the Power Whip. So there's the end of our first round. And now we're playing a top 300 global player named Auto Reg. We end up winning the lead. Execute versus Venusaur. So after a few hits, he decides to switch out into Charizard, and then I switch out into my Quag. He hits us for a Blast Burn, and we decide to shield that because Quagsire can't take that hit that well. And then we go fire a Stone Edge back off at the Charizard. Next, he is going to hit us with this Blast Burn. As you can see, we don't take that hit that well, like I just mentioned. So we take the hit, and he also decides to take the hit, and down goes the Charizard. Maybe we should have farmed a few more hits, but I think if we did that, then he might have got another charge move off of this Charizard. So I had to get that Stone Edge off there, and this is where I lose the game. He has a perfectly timed switch. If I would have hit a Seed Bomb on that Slowbro, I'd be able to down the Slowbro now with our second Seed Bomb or get him to use a shield. But because I am unable to do that, or because he timed the switch so well when I threw my ancient power at him. Yeah. Also, possibly if I would have actually shielded there, maybe I would have been able to do some work onto this Venusaur, but I don't think so because it had so much energy ready to go. But as you can see, now it's Venusaur versus Ivysaur. So yeah, I think the real turning point in this game, even though I won the lead, is when he did a perfectly timed switch on the Slowbro to where I used the ancient power, and since I didn't use a Seed Bomb there, I didn't force him to use his other shield. And yeah, he ended up beating me in the Ivysaur versus Venusaur matchup. So I think the biggest part there was just him playing really well. Here, he leads Charizard. I wanted to lead my water type, but I was like, what if he decides to just use the success of leading Venusaur, even in a bad matchup? He knew that he beat me last time. I was like, what if he decides to go Venusaur again? So I elect not to use my water Pokemon. I use a Fortress, and so that was a bad lead for us, and now we are struggling. We have to come back, and that's what we're going to try to do. We decided to eat the Sludge Bomb because we are 3 times resistant to poison types. Next, we're going to eat a Frenzy Plant, and we're just trying to down him with our Bug Fast moves and get a Rock Tomb off that this Charizard that inevitably is coming back in. So we're waiting for him to come bring somebody back in, and it is Charizard, and we do send a Rock Tomb off at him. And we are unable to get to a second Rock Tomb, and now we have 2 Pokemon that were weak to the Charizard in the Fortress and the Execute. Not the most well balanced team. And yeah, as Charizard's going to do some work on us, we're going to be able to finish him off here with the Ancient Power, but then back comes in the Slowbro. And I think a game-changing part right here, alright, so you can time it. You can slow down your taps as it gets to a charge move, as it's almost powered up. You slow it down, you can hit it as soon as it pops up, but I was clicking too fast, I was nervous, and I got too anxious, and I clicked it too fast, and I did an extra confusion instead of sending off a charge move. So that's on me. I need to be more slow and more patient so that when that charge move is the exact moment it was ready, I could fire it off right then. So right here, on our next opponent, we have the Fortress, and we are trying to farm as much energy as we can on the Victory Bell, so maybe we can try to get a charge move off of the next Pokemon that comes in, and we were unable to do that. So now we bring the Azumarill back out, and he's going to fly away into that Charizard. Azumarill can tank anything the Charizard has to throw at it, right? It can tank the Blastoise very well, and it can take the Dragon Claw very well as well. So it's a good matchup for us, and we're going to decide to actually save a little bit of HP right here. We were not able to get the Ice Beam off. We tried to farm a little bit above the Ice Beam, and then we're like, oh, but I don't want it to use a shield, so I tried to get the Ice Beam off, and it gave it to him first. You know, he had the priority. Or maybe he clicked it first, I don't know. But I think he had the priority there, so right there, we get one move off with the Azumarill, and then we decide to go get our Quag in. Since we have a shield left, we just figure we'll go use the one shield on our Quag and go get to our charge move to down him after that. So we're able to take game 1 of round 3. Next, we have a good lead. It's Execute versus Quagsire. You know, we're going to do decent fast move damage because Confusion hits almost anything like a truck. We can tank most of what Quagsire has to throw at us. And we're going to go fire off a Seed Bomb. We get to another Seed Bomb before he's able to get to his second charge move. And we're going to down the Quagsire. Butterfree is happy. So next comes in the Fortress, who we don't want to see. We have a little bit of a switch glitch going, but that's okay. He's going to fire off a move at us. It is an Earthquake. After that, we decide to switch into our Quagsire and go to town with some Stone Edges. We think he might shield one up, and he does. So he's going to go and fire off a charge move at us, which we decide to shield this time. Earthquake would have downed us at that point. We farm a little bit past Stone Edge, and then we go use it to take out the Fortress. But he doesn't go all the way down. So we use a couple more mud shots, and now we have a lot of energy going into this last Pokemon. It is a Lantern, and we were able to Earthquake it and down it. We thought! So yeah, right there is actually funny, because I went to go knuck the dude up, and then I saw that he was still tapping, so I was like, oh, when I looked down, I was like, oh, he still had 1 hit left. That was really funny, right? That's actually how it went down in real life. It was hilarious. Alright, so right there, we tank a Sludge Bomb. We're like, oh no, well that stings. That really stinks. And I haven't faced Sludge Bomb in so long that when another one comes up, I tried to switch first into my Quag. I was unsure if I'd be able to survive the second one, and so I thought maybe I would and have enough energy for Ice Beam, so I didn't use my shield. So maybe that was a bad call. So it's Execute versus Charizard, and we switch in to our Quagsire and go and try to fire off a Stone Edge, but he's just over there beating us these moves, and we decide to tank that Dragon Claw and then go fire the Stone Edge off. You know, Charizard wants no part of that Stone Edge. Alright, I'm gonna get Butterfree lower now. Oh look, it's Wobbuffet. It's Wobbuffet on my shirt. Isn't that a cool shirt and a cool Butterfree? Just want to say real quick, thank you to Shagness for getting these for me and giving to me at GoFest. That's why I've been holding them the whole time, because I just want to thank you and show everybody all the love you gave me. But anyways, yeah, they're able to get to a Dragon Claw and finish off before we can get a Stone Edge off and finish them off. So we're over there trying to hit an instant Ancient Power, but we don't tap appropriately, and we hit a couple Confusions first. Next is going to come in the Quagsire, and we are not able to down him before he does a Sludge Bomb and finishes off. So there we go, we lose that match. So here we have a Quagsire versus Fortress lead, and that's kind of an even matchup in my eyes. They both can do some pretty good work to one another. We want to do the Stone Edges. We want to use the Stone Edges on them, maybe try to burn some shields. And right here I'm wishing that I brought my Execute instead of my Ivysaur, because that'd be a better grass type to use against the Venusaur. It does better in the grass type mirror match than Ivysaur does against Venusaur. We do decide to shield the Sludge Bomb and go ahead and get a little extra energy before we down the Venusaur. I know it's almost out of HP, but I didn't want to have to use another shield preserving my Ivysaur, so that's why I used the charge move right then. So next comes in the Fortress. Everything we send at it's going to be heavily resisted, so we decide to get a Power Whip off as fast as possible. And then we go into a switch. I'm not sleepy from GoFest. You are, or maybe you're not, but maybe you're sleepy from something else. Yeah, I'm kind of tired from GoFest still. But anyways, he go ahead and heavy slams us. We're like, no, that's going to do neutral damage. Thankfully, since it's a dual type, water and fairy, it doesn't straight do super effective, because steel is weak to, or fairy is weak to steel. So we decide to shield the second one so we can go try to down him with an Ice Beam. We do farm a little bit past the Ice Beam, and then next comes in a Charizard, and we're able to get the Ice Beam off before he downs us on fast moves. So that's pretty good that happened to us right there. After that, we bring the Ivysaur back out, hoping that we can fire off the grass fast move right away, but we were unable to. But thankfully, we have a Stone Edge ready to go on our Quagsire. So when he comes back in, we go ahead and finish that off. So now we're in the third match of the fourth round of this tournament. It is going down to the wire. He switches into the Lantern. We switch into the Execute. So yeah, it's going to be a good matchup for us, but we go ahead and decide to use a shield there. Even though it's not going to hurt us that bad, we just want to preserve the health on our Execute. And he used the shield, so we just mirrored him there. Right here this time, we aren't going to use the shield. And, you know, it's not going to hurt us that bad. Like I said, we can tank anything that the Lantern has to throw at us. So we almost down it with a Seed Bomb. And then we use one more Confusion, which is nice, because now we're going to be able to get to an Ancient Power before Charizard downs us, we think. But there it goes again. You got to be careful when you're tapping and don't over-tap and get too nervous. And that's what happens sometimes. I got too nervous, and I didn't get the Ancient Power off. I did an extra Confusion, or two instead, and that stinks. Maybe it was just one. But anyways, so we have Venusaur versus Ninetales, and we love the Psyshock there. It is going to be great. And next the Dragon Claw comes, which is awesome because we can tank that. But unfortunately, he gets to another Dragon Claw before we can get to a Psyshock. After that, we know we're in smooth sailing because we have a Azumarill with one shield left against his Charizard. So here we go. This is now the third time I've faced a challenger ever in my tournament career. This is a challenger ranked player. This is round 5 of the tournament. Yeah, I'm 3-1, feeling real good, but also, you know, we got hard competition this match, so he has a really good squad. It's basically the meta. So we have Fortress versus Azu. He's going to go ahead and switch out to his Azumarill, and we switch to our Ivysaur. So he's going to be throwing an Ice Beam at us. Of course, we're going to block that and send a Power Whip back his way. Yeah, that's what we're going to do, right? Why wouldn't we do that? So anyways, we get to another Power Whip before he gets to another Ice Beam. He's going to go ahead and block that, so now he's out of shields. We're deciding whether or not we want to block as well, and we do. So we both are now out of shields, and we're going to farm up a little bit past Power Whip, but not too far because we don't want to get too greedy and lose our Ivysaur. So we got a little bit of energy. We know that Fortress undoubtedly will be coming back in, and we know this isn't going to do much, but it's better than nothing. And yeah, we almost downed the Fortress with the Ivysaur, but he's able to down us with a Rock Tomb. After that, we're going to go ahead and slide our Azumarill back in. And he has a Quagsire, and we're going to go and try to get to a Play Rough, and we're unsuccessful, and we feel really bad about that right now. We're like, oh no, is that going to cost us the match? So right here, we figure Earthquake's coming, nothing we do to stop it, and it is. We fire up another Earthquake of our own, and it is almost able to down him, but not quite. And then we go down him on the fast moves. He has a little bit of a Pokemon coming back in. It's that Fortress that we almost downed. Yeah, my bad, we didn't down it. We almost downed it, and so we hit it with a Stone Edge. So we take round 1 of game 1 of round 3 or 5. Game 1 of round 5 by like the hair of our skin. So next we have a Quagsire mirror match. We send out the Earthquake, which he blocks, and here's where he gets an advantage. He hits a Stone Edge, so he shield baits us. We should have tanked that, and because he did that, he's going to be able to get there faster. He preserved some energy, and now he decides to use his second shield, which we did not do. And so now here's a Quagsire loaded with energy. We switch to the Ivysaur, and he's going to bring the Charizard, and although we hit a Sludge Bomb, it is not enough to down the Charizard, and he's going to be able to get to a fast move or charge move before we're able to down him. So next, we bring in the Quagsire, not realizing exactly how low health it was or forgetting, and we should just went straight to Ninetales. So here we go. Our Ninetales has a little bit of energy, but not enough to take down this Quag. He's got a Stone Edge ready to go, and we just get mollywopped. Mollywomped game 2, completely, utterly destroyed, and we try to get a Solar Beam, doesn't happen. So here we go, game 3 of round 5. We have a bad lead. It's going to be a Azumarill versus Venusaur. We're going to go try to time it to where we can get him to use a Frenzy Plant on us, but we go a little too soon, so he doesn't use the Frenzy Plant, right? So our plan fails. We got a little too trigger happy, and yeah, so he brings in the Lantern, but that's fine. We tank the first move from the Lantern. We go and fire a Rock Tomb, which he does shield. So I'm glad I did Rock Tomb, not Earthquake, and then the second time, I go and I decide to shield, and then I also decide to use Earthquake. I think I should have used Rock Tomb this time, because I think they both would have been able to KO or get shielded. And he go ahead and KOs, and if I would have used Rock Tomb, then I probably would have been able to get another Rock Tomb off before Fortress goes down. But that's okay, because now we're up 1 shield, and his Lantern is almost done. But he's got a Venusaur, and we got 2 water types, so that's not good. We don't want to have to use a shield on a Thunderbolt, so we do go ahead and get the Lantern down with a charge move. After that, we go ahead and block the Frenzy Plant, and we're like, oh no, we should survive this, and we do with just the skin of our chinny chin chin, and we get right to an Ice Beam, thankfully, to take down the Venusaur, or else we lose this match. We're not going to be able to win with Quagsire. So now we have Quag versus Quag, equal footing, and I'm not going to lie, I don't know how he gets Earthquake before he does. To me, I thought he was going to get there first. I get there first, and we just have more energy than him somehow. Does that make sense to y'all? It does not to me. We're able to get to a Stone Edge next, and we finish it off, and I just feel very lucky.
For coming out. out. I really appreciate it. We all do. Hope you all learned something, and hope you come out next month when we do whatever cup is next. If you can. But if you want to do another tournament, we do have the main APL one at the end of the month. Last Saturday or Sunday?
Desert Ridge.
Sunday, Desert Ridge.
It'll be indoors.
Indoors, Dave and Buster's, AC.
Congrats on the W, Dave.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much for coming out and supporting us and
APL.
just helping us out. Really appreciate it.
It was really fun. I had a great time.
I feel I could have just as easily gone 2 and 3 in this tournament. I feel very lucky. There were some very close matches besides the one I lost, besides the last round. Round 4 was very close, so I could have just easily lost round 4 and round 5 of this tournament and gone 2 and 3. Sometimes luck does have to go on your side. I do think that I didn't make any huge mistakes throughout the day. This is a really tough cup to try and set teams for and to set lines of 3 for. And yeah, I like my double grass comp. If someone's so stuck in their ways where they love using double water comp a lot, having that double grass on your squad is a decent way to try to scare them off from using that. So yeah, sorry, the energy's kind of low. I'm just pretty tired, but I wanted to get you guys my first Rainbow Cup and show you how good Execute is, because I've been keeping them under wraps for like probably a week and a half, probably a little longer at this point, probably like 2 weeks at this point. So sorry to do that, but you know, it was worth it in the long run because I went 4-1 in my tournament, and now I'm a challenger ranking. So thank you to everyone that gave me congratulations on Twitter. And yeah, I'm in the top 2,000 now. It was like 1,800 during the last tournament. And yeah, I'm going to get a lot more videos out very soon about GoFest and about the Rainbow Cup and the next cup. I'm going to try to end this now. If you guys have any questions about anything from Rainbow Cup, make sure you drop it in the comments. If you want to see me do an Execute solo video, just talking about Execute, let me know, and I'll do that. Drop a comment about that. If you're new, I hope you subscribe. My new goal, never really set dates for my goals. I always have goals for my channel, but you know, I kind of keep them to myself. But alright, yeah, I want to hit 10,000 subscribers by next summer, by next GoFest. So if you're new, I hope you can help me reach that goal. And everyone else that's been rocking with me, I just want to thank you guys so much. And it's your boy, MattyFBaby, signing out with my little London. Thank you again, Shagness, for this Boba Fett face shirt and for this. And thank you everyone else that I met that gave me some swag at GoFest. And everybody I got to talk to, everybody that came to me and asked for pictures, just said, you know, just really gave me a lot of kind words. I'm starting to tear up just thinking about it because you guys really touched my heart. So I just want to thank you guys again and hope that everyone has a good night, and thanks for watching.